11 years ago, a group of university debaters at the University of British Columbia and myself got together and thought that a summer program as a form of enrichment for kids who are interested in public speaking and debating in Canada was warranted because we had so much talent in this country with young people. Got together and hatched an idea at Shawnigan Lake School in BC 11 years ago. So since that time we've had kids from all over Canada, from Western Canada, throughout Toronto and the Maritimes, come every summer for 1 week and try their hand at public speaking and debating.
Well, I think a lot of kids really come just for the confidence building it gives. I think learning how to speak in a public setting like debate is just great for a kid's confidence. It teaches them how to speak up, how to say what's on their mind, how to articulate what they're thinking. So I think a lot of kids just want to come into it to become better speakers, to become more confident. And I think it works.
Our kids learn the finer points of argumentation, of sort of speaking, listening to someone, countering their points, standing and delivering. So Canadian parliamentary is our core style. Our staff have introduced us to British parliamentary and something called worlds style debating, which is teams of 4 versus 4.
It's been a lot more fun than I expected, and we've learned many more things. We got all the new skills, and it'll definitely help for high school and all the debates in the future.
One of the hallmarks of Debate Camp Canada is that we always take a mixture of abilities. We have kids who come to camp who are very good at this to begin with. They've competed throughout the year, they love what they do, they're looking for a high level of training. And from our university staff, who are all former competitors themselves, some of which compete at the highest levels that Canada's known in debating at the university level. So they go to Worlds every year, they come back, they're ranked internationally, they're phenomenal trainers.
I started coming to camp the summer before grade 7, and I came to camp for a couple years. And then I debated all throughout high school, competitively, loved it. And I've been to just about every university in Canada and sort of the top half of the United States. And now, here I find myself working at camp again, so I guess it's come full circle in that sense. But now that I have all these years of experience, I just really wanted to give back because the camp gave me a great start.
You come to debate camp because you know that even though you're young, you're actually ready for something more. You're interested in the major issues of the world, and you think that you actually have something to say about them and something that's worth listening to. And so I think you know that at some level, and so you're just naturally attracted to coming to debate camp.
So we tried it out last year, and Sophie loved it. One of my tests really is, how much does she talk to me about the camp or whatever experience she's having after she's had a day. And she wanted to, every day she was talking about a new experience, whether it was the Model UN or some of the debating experiences that she was having, or public speaking, or whether it was the seminars. She learned she was teaching me a lot about the law last year in one of our rides home. So that's one of the other tests I have is really around, does she want to come back? And it was definitely something that she said she wanted to come back to, and in fact this year, just before she started camp, she said, I want to do this every year. And the morning of first day of camp, she was up at 6 in the morning, ready to go. So that's got to tell you something.
Ultimately, kids come to camp, some of them shy at first, some of them reluctant to speak at first. Not all of them know the protocols of debating. And by the end of the week, those same kids are finding that they can stand and listen, refute and rebut, say a constructive point or two, maybe even use 5 or 7 minutes of their speaking time really well, and sound amazing doing it. Work well with a partner to obviously collaborate on an idea and deliver a speech on that point. I mean, those are the hallmarks of debating that by day 5 and day 6, we really see. So we end camp with a little tournament, which invites them all to try this out, in a loose competitive way, and they love it. They come back the next summer with the skill set ready to do it all again and progress. Many of our kids have been with us for 2 or 3 years. Some of our campers are now our staff. So it's just like any catchy camp that seems to really pull kids of a certain stripe together, and by the end of the week, there's been a lot of learning.